I'm missing an ingredient here. No, I can't remember what it is. Oh. Yeah, I can. And I don't have it, so we're going to come up with another solution. Always a game. Always, always, always. Okay, there we go. Let me get my dust collector going. All right. That looks pretty good. Should be good, should be good, should be good. What do we got on here? Yeah. I think we're going to be all right. Turn this thing on. Okay, there we go. Okay, Ken, I hope everybody's doing pretty good. Hey, what's going on, Billy? Glad to see you in there, buddy. Heck yeah, we're going to carve this crow out. See what we can make out of this little guy. I don't know about this. I cut this 210 with a scroll saw, and I got every suspicion that I'm just going to break it off. But we're going to find out a little bit at a time. So let's see what happens. We'll get diving in this thing. Anyway, hope you're doing pretty good, man. I ain't had no ice cream today. Didn't have time for that. In fact, I can't even remember. Oh, yeah, I ate Panda Express. I don't remember what it was now. Uh-oh, took a drink out of a bottle and hit me in the nose. How about that? I guess you'll have that too when you're stupid. Correct? All right, well, let's dig into this, dude. Yeah, I have to deal with that. Well, that's what we got. We're going to make another crow, make a piece of crow out of a pine piece, kind of like we did the Bigfoot last week. And ironically, last week was kind of funny. The Bigfoot, hey, what's going on, Big Mex, big dog? Glad to see you in there, buddy. Last week, that Bigfoot we made, we already sold that thing. Can you believe that? Heck yeah, Billy, that's cool, man. I haven't been out yet. I don't think I'll get out till mid-December. I still have time, and I mean, I killed a lot of deer too, so I'm not that mad at it. So I'm okay with that too. All right, let's get into this guy. We'll get the carving on it. Glad to have y'all in here. Let's see what we can do. Am I zoomed in there small enough? Yeah, that's about right. Okay. Well, first thing I'm going to work on is curving him out. There's certain things like the wing depth. Back up just a little bit. The wing depth, the whole rest of the bird has to be dug out. And the rest that's got to be cut down. That's that. Start with digging that out, right? I'll tell you, I'm going to be a little off today. I'm tired of dealing with the entitled. You know, you get frustrated, you deal with these entitled people. And they word you out. They'll honestly word you out. Anybody that says management would know. You just get tired of it. Everybody thinks they're the only thing that's happening in the world, you know, and you have to get tired of it. That's where I'm at. I'm tired of that. I'm not going to bring y'all down. How about that? I won't complain about it too much. I'm just tired of entitled people. You guys are probably tired of entitled people too. I don't know what it is about some of these age groups that, you know, they're not all like that, but a lot of them. And they think you owe them stuff, you know. They don't have to give. They don't have to give, especially in jobs. They don't have to give until you owe them. You owe them first before they got to do anything. I don't know. You know, all the years I've been working for somebody else, I've been working for the same guy for 26 years. I show up every day, do what the heck I'm supposed to. Somehow, you know, every Friday there's money in my bank account. You know, it shows up there, and they keep paying. You know, so hey, I keep going back. You know, I mean that's just the normal cycle. Been like that for thousands of years. But apparently, at. And yeah, that's where I'm at today. I might seem a little off, a little quiet. Get tired of people. Some of these kids, I call them kids. I mean, I'm 50 now. I remember people used to call me a kid. And I'm like, man, I don't understand, you know. Why they call me a kid? They're only 25 years older than me. But now I find myself dealing with people 25 years younger than me. And I'm like, yeah, they're kids. And all that, they act like kids. They act like I did when I was 13. Except for grown, you know, grown. Some of them got 15, 20 kids. I mean, not really that many, but it sounds like it. I mean, if you got 4 or 5 and you're in your 20s, you know you're broken to do it. You need to work. Come to work every day. I know I did. I only had 2. I came to work every day. Act like the boss said, you know, before, you know, they owed me after I worked for them for a week, you know, that's when they owed me, nothing special. And then, heck, you know, this whole year, I got 3 weeks of vacation, and I don't think that's very good, personally, considering how long I've been in the place I'm working. I think it should be more. That's what I think. That said, I got 9 days of vacation time left. Now 3 weeks. Get it renewed every year. Here we are, almost in December. I got 9 days. And then I work with some guys that heck, they might miss 9 days in a month. You know, how do you have anything? How do you do anything? You know, we just figure it out. You gonna figure it out, but you ain't never gonna be nothing. You know, nobody's ever gonna give you any chances to be anything. You act like low life, not responsible. You know, can't be responsible, can't be dependable. Those are things that, you know, you get chances, you get breaks, you get opportunities in life. That's how you get them. You get them by being hardworking, responsible, somewhat dependable. All those things. That's what does it. And not with this latest workforce generation, man. I mean, it's like, what are you going to give me if I do what I'm supposed to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to give you. I'm going to let you come back next week. You know, I mean, that's it. And someday, get your stuff together, you might be somebody someday, you know. And heck, I've been at the same company I've been at for so long. Because I became somebody, you know, because I was dependable. I did a good job. I showed up every day. I didn't complain, caused problems, was never the center of controversy, things like that, you know, whatever. Hey, enough of me complaining for a second. I got to take a second and show you guys this light. This is a Sofirn ST10 light. This is a cool little light. It's got a rechargeable battery, the actual AA looking battery that comes out of here plugs in. It's really, really cool. And this thing is bright as can be. It's multi-stages. Figure out how to work it. And I forgot how to work it now. Look at that. How about that? Flashing it. You guys getting a little bit of a shine there. But it's cool. It's real bright too. And you can clip this thing on your shirt. Look how bright that is. You push that button. Anyway, I thought this was really cool light. It's a Sofirn as our featured product for this live. It's ST10. This is not expensive at all, and it's really, really cool light. You just clip it on there, and that's that. But anyway, that's what we got. Check that out. I'll show it a few more times. I might take the battery out the next time. But let's get back to carving, and we'll get it done. We'll keep going. This crow's looking pretty good. But anyway, I'll give you guys a little history on me. So I've been at the same company for 26 years. I hired in there to be a tire guy, off-road equipment tire. And that's what I've done. I've been at the same company forever. And anyway, about 8 years into it, I was in 31. You know, man, you know, you do a good job, you have a real good reputation, and we'd like to put you in sales. Hey, okay, great. Well, it's coming. You know, it's not going to happen just yet. You know, but it's coming. Just so you know. Okay, I'll keep doing my job, man. You know, hope you guys come through. Well, they did. 2010, 2 years later, it took me a year to train a guy. Realistically, about 6 months. It took me a year, really, to train this guy, to find a guy, train a guy to replace the position I was in. And that guy turned out excellent. And that guy, it took him 13, 14 years. He's actually out of the truck and into sales now too, as of last year. But he did really good. He's a really good dude. And it just goes to show in the business that I'm in that you can really excel if you're a dependable, hard-working person. Come to work every day. You can really excel. And so I did, and he did. And then, unbeknownst to some of them, I got another guy that he ain't too far away from that. But then, not everybody can be that way. Some people, you know, they show up, you know, whatever, always got something, you know, my something, my this, my that. And I'm just be honest with you, I'm sick of that generation. They're not all that way. I got one that's really, really good, and one that's just a little out of that generation that he started out horribly. And I mean horribly. And he's become one of the best guys I've had. You know, so I mean, he went from not being dependable at all, and you know, things like that, to just being an excellent employee, being an excellent guy to work with. I don't own the company, you know, so obviously not my employee, but just an excellent guy to work with, you know. And so people can change too. I mean, their circumstances change. People grow up, they do better. Job, whatever. And you hope they all do. But here's the other thing. So if you've been managing for a long time, you can get burnt out on this really quick. You get burnt out on people's excuses. You get burnt out on all things. I mean, I've heard every dumb, stupid, ridiculous reason why a guy wouldn't come to work or can't come to work. You know, every dumb, and then what happens is, you look into it, half the time they're lying to you anyway. You know, so it gets old. And it gets old if you're not somebody that's really, you know, meant to deal with that. I'm not really hard on these guys. I'm a very easy person to get along with. I understand people have stuff in their lives, you know, goes on. But some of these guys just keep taking advantage. That's just who they are. Tell you right now, my days of management are limited. I'm not going to do that much longer. And you know, I got a guy picked out to kind of do that. And he may say, "Nah, heck with that, man. I'll see what things you dealt with. I don't want to do it." He may, I don't know. You know, but I just know that that's what I'm going to do for me. You know, I'm tired of being high and dry and have to deal with you know, people who ain't dependable or always got an excuse, things like that. And I don't care. I mean, I'll tell you, I don't care if they hear me. I mean, it don't matter. That don't bother me either. You know, it just gets old, and people need to, you know, these young guys, they need to grow up. Some of them are great, man. Some of them are just absolutely wonderful. Man, I can't get that thing loose. I put it on there too tight. And in the case of that one, you need a pair of pliers or something to get the daggone thing off. I mean, I can take and I'm ready to get it a skinny burr. I can take this here and go down with it. But I just don't care. I mean, I just, you know, to the point to where you get wore out, you know. Did that do it? Yeah, okay, all right. You get wore out with it. And some people never understand, you know. Man, you know, you kind of hard, you know, you're kind of hard about these things. No, you just don't understand what these things put a person through, and they dealt with it for a long time, you know. And that's the truth, you know, right there. You know, what are they? Oh, you're busting my sack. Yeah, I'm busting your sack. You know, back in my day, you had to be responsible. Yeah, back in my day. Back in my day, you didn't have these cell phones. You had to have a wire. You'd have tied it to an aluminum can, and the can might even still have some leftover bean residue, but you wired a wire, and then you plug it into your neighbor's house, and you could talk to him through the can. Anyway, that's what it was. But, I don't know, anyway, just a little bit. You know, I don't understand a lot of these latest generations. I mean, I just don't get it. You know, I know what I had to do to feed my kids, and I know where it got me. You know what I mean? I know where that kind of work and dedication and not expecting anything more than I was supposed to get. I know where that got me, you know? And I just, you know, a lot of these younger guys going out in the workforce, they're in the workforce now, they just don't get it. They don't get it. And they think they do get it. That is the other thing. They think they get it. You know, I can't pay for this, I can't pay for that. Well, maybe you couldn't afford that at the beginning. I didn't have that when I was your age. You know, I didn't have that. I couldn't afford that either. I didn't have it, so why do you think you should have it? I don't know, man. Maybe you a little entitled, maybe? I don't know. There's a bunch of that. There's a bunch of that going around. It is what it is. And I mean, you know, I'm probably preaching to the choir, because there's a lot of somebody saying, oh, dude, I hear you. Yeah, I know. I'm tired of this, dude. You know, I gotta switch back to that real aggressive word. There's probably a bunch of you that's saying that. Yeah, I know too, man. I don't know how you do it, you know. And hey, I don't know how I do it. We don't know how we do it. We don't know how we do anything. I mean, and they say, oh, it's boomer. You know, all you boomers just don't understand. Oh, okay. You're gonna tell me somebody double your age, don't understand. Yeah, all right. Keep thinking that. But my the guy I work for is an awesome fellow, and I couldn't understand. It was about 4 years ago, and he just said there was a certain thing that he's like, look, I just don't care anymore. I just don't care. And you know, like when some kind of dramatic, something or other would come up, he's like, I just don't care anymore. And I didn't get it. I was like, man, you kind of, especially to be in your position, this is a guy that owns the company, you know. Kind of got a lackadaisical approach, you know, and I didn't understand it. Now, here's the funny thing. 4 years later, after going through 2025, I totally understand where he was at that time, because it's where I am now. I'm just over it. You know what? You got to deal with too much stupid stuff. You might as well just be doing it yourself. I mean, that's the truth. Constant problems, things like that. That's the kind of stuff in life is really fast. And so now I understand where he was at that point in time. I finally caught up to him. What's ironic about that is he's 4 years older than I am. So, you know, by the time I got to where he was at that age, same age as me, and he was just tired of, you know, tired of people with nonsense. Good figure. Here I am. I'm at the same age he was. I'm just at the wall on that. One of these days you guys figured out I'm going to win I'm telling you, I can't think of a nicer way to express this than to say, I don't care. You know, does that sound good to you guys? Hey, Susie Q, what's going on? Glad to see you in there. Who else we got in here? Somebody from Russia. I can't understand that. Hey, baby kisses, one of my favorites. Heck yeah, glad to see you in there. See you in there too, baby kisses. Okay, let me get out. Pointy burr. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you guys. The Bible talks about people being all these ways. It's 2 Timothy chapter 3, verses 1 through 5 describes exactly to the T how people would be in the time of the end. And that's the time we're in. Okay, let's dig into this guy's wings a little bit. I'll zoom in a little. Anyway, if you haven't hit the like button already, be sure to hit it. Finally finding the right combination for cleaning these jets up. It's not really a combination, it's finding the right burr. Giving this guy some detail. I don't know if this is the right one for pulling some lines through the wings, but I'm going to find out. Let's find out. Like I said, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to hit the like button. Getting that on there yet? And I'll tell you, if you want to see some people that are really, really good with the Dremel, you want to check out Matt Bars, Amy Joe, Rhinestone Suzanne. Man, they're fantastic with the Dremel. Dad, there's a lot of them, really. The Alexa Willer, Aiden Fletcher, Night Owl. People's really good. So I'm debating, do I put it across his back or not? I don't know. That looks pretty good, though. I don't think I'll put it across the back. I think it'll just be a forward. Because it ended up being like a wall piece anyway, you know, kind of thing. But let's see what we got. And the same thing here, although I just don't know about this burr, if I can pull this burr straight to get these feathers. But we'll try. I'm sorry to express myself like that. You know, you guys hear my drama or whatever, but you know, I've raised my kids. I
I'm not really sure. I don't know, but that's looking pretty good. One thing I do want to do though is change this burr out to a thinner burr and try that, see if it's a little better, because I feel like this one, when you hit a harder or softer spot, it's the cone is more prone to lose control. I don't know. We're gonna find out though. All right.
See how this goes. This one. I can see some of my lines. For this one. One guy that I work with that he's on the borderline of being management material. You know, he's a young guy. And he's got some kinks to work out yet, but that said, you know, he's oh, look at that. I was afraid that was going to happen. Broke the foot off. Oh, well, I can glue it back on later.
Hey, it's a footless bird, okay? Footless moth. Wah!
You know, I was afraid that was going to happen. The irony is I did that, and then on top of that, I cut it too thin, and I knew when I cut it, like, man, I don't know, they got to reinforce it somehow, but it's not hard to glue it back on, so I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, it's pretty good there, big detail.
These are a lot further apart, and that's going to be our next one there. Hey, we're almost up to 100 likes.
I appreciate you guys being in here. Sorry, you guys got to hear me rant, but that's the irony of that is, I mean, we all go through that. Go through something. Actually, I was just telling one of the guys I work with, you know, sometimes you just need somebody to have wild talk, you know, wild conversations, you know, express yourself, you know, about how you feel about the world, things going around you all the time, you know. And that's the other thing, you can learn so much from talking to older ones that do, you know,
Similar circumstances in their life. It's just kind of the way it is.
Heck yeah, we made it to 100. All right, thank you guys for that. Heck yeah.
So that part of the wing's looking pretty good. Here, let's stop a second again, and I'll show you guys this light. This is our channel, or our channel. There's a featured video item in this video. Sofirn sent us this light in order to show it to you. This is a Sofirn ST10. It's a clip-on light. This thing is super duper bright. That's on the low setting. I'm still trying to figure these settings out. There you go. A little brighter. It's got that in it. It's got this one on this side. It's got a red light in it too, but I'm still trying to figure out. I was going to show y'all real quick how this thing charges. And it comes with spare O-rings. You could think it would need them. But anyway, if you check that out, the charger port, same thing, it like fits my iPad. That's what plugs into the battery. And I'd never seen one like that. So I thought that was really cool. But really nice light if you were like working outside, moving some firewood, something like that, you know, pretty cool piece. I got a link in the description. You can check it out. All right, let's get back at this guy.
I thought that was pretty cool. That light's pretty cool. And they actually sent me another one that I'm going to do Sunday night. That one. And it is insanely bright for as big as it is. And we also have a link for O-Light. So if you're looking for some cool flashlights, we got multiple opportunities for that. And look, ladies, men love flashlights. They need flashlights. Sometimes they need flashlights to find their glasses so that they can see. I mean, so flashlights is always a good gift. And this Sofirn ST10, that's pretty cool. I like that because you can flip it too. You know, it's 1,000 it's pretty good lumen for loom bigger than that thing is. I mean, it's tiny, and then it has multiple. It actually has at least 4 functions in it. It's got a red light in it too. Okay, so try to get this rotor's head out a little bit. Now, if you were listening to me complain, and you thought, man, this guy's a jerk, you know?
I'm telling you, I'm here to tell you, I don't have a reputation as one.
Maybe I should work on that, being more of a jerk. I think I would feel better if I used that burr
For this. Let me switch that out real quick. And actually, I'm not sure if that one was running straight. Anyway, we'll find out. But just, you know, things wear you out. Just the way it is. That sounds good, doesn't it? Big old long pointy burr. Heck yeah. Beak-wise, lines pulled through the beak, that's not bad at all.
Okay, man, we're almost up to 1,000 people viewing. That's pretty cool. Check that. Give this guy some modeling detail here. Leaving high for last. It's a pretty cool piece, you know. You know, I'm not so much a pros fan, but you know, I had somebody want me to chainsaw carve a pro for some people whose last name just happens to be pro. And I got that done. Well, it's not done. One thing about that chainsaw carving, if you guys see that on Tuesday, was the beak makes me nervous because I got to cut that beak down quite a bit to make it look realistic. And so what I'm thinking is I'm going to go ahead and just cut the beak, the carved beak off, drill out a half-inch hole, put a dowel in there, and carve the dowel. Because that poplar dowel is good and hard. They're not going to break that.
You know, I mean, that's, you're always concerned with that when, like, you're making eagles and stuff. You're always concerned with
breaking the beak off or a piece of the beak, or what if that one really dries, the crack right there falls off, I think since the crow beak on this chainsaw burr has got to be so much smaller. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. I'm just going to go ahead and cut the beak off and drill a half-inch hole in the top bit, put a dowel in there, glue it, and actually I'll probably shape it some before I even put it in there. It makes sense. I've been thinking about different ways to do it. You know, if you're making stuff for people, this is something somebody's buying, this chainsaw carving, something somebody's buying. You want them to get a good product out of it, and not only that, you want them to be able to go back and watch some of the videos where, you made it. That's another thing that's really cool too about what we do. We get to show where we carve, a good bit of it. That's looking pretty good. I mean,
the more I pull that texture through, the more lifelike he's looking,
I've got two bears in the bathtub I made a couple weeks back. I got to make a bow for the journal. I'm going to journal carve that bow.
that texturing. It looks, the texturing's looking pretty good if we can get the focus.
And you can layer it in a circle. I think as you get down to here, maybe I should have done some layering in a circle. But I mean, it's small. We're not going to do this anyway.
Spent a lot of his time going in circles.
Seriously, I had a duck boat, good devil on it. I don't remember that thing quite a bit. And one time I come across a bluebill.
When I got to that bluebill, it wouldn't fly away. It just dove, and I'm like, well, that ain't cool.
And so I stopped and shut the boat off and floated back down to it. I was going to shoot it when it popped back up. But it popped back up, it popped right back up in the same spot where I just ran over. And so as the boat floated down to it, I realized that the duck was caught in fishing string.
And so I felt bad for him
and let him go. I undid it, let him fly away. You know what I mean? And it would have been sporting if he could have got up and, potentially flew away, but, he was stuck here. I didn't need to eat a bluegill that bad anyway, He'd have been a teal or a mallard or pintail or something, I might have thought about it, Hey, duck on a string is too good to be true, right? Hard to say. And it may be that I came around the corner and somebody had captured it and was using it for a decoy, and when I came around the corner they hid. I don't know, that's possible too.
Okay, let's give this guy an eye. Because I wasn't going to do anything else to that foot anyway. It's got a couple little grooves in it, but it's so small that I really wasn't going to add any detail to it anyway. So when I put that, I'll just glue it back together like that, which glues out in the chainsaw carbon shanty anyway. I don't have any in here. So I'm going to change this bit out. We'll give him an eye. And actually, I may give him a 2. I don't think it'd be necessary. I was thinking about giving him kind of a little bit of brow with that. Let's see how it goes. Let's do that. Let's see how it goes. That's the way I dug that in at an angle like that. It didn't go in the top. It left a little bit of brow on the top. And we'll go hit that with a smaller one and see how that comes out. It's going to look pretty cool, I think. And I got in here, so I got a bear, carved little bear and a little Highland cow. They're welcome bear and welcome Highland cow. And I got the signs out here. They're little ones. And so I got to carve them signs. I don't want to get my head in the way. Yeah, I mean, that ain't too bad at all. You see how that come out? There's a little bit of a unnatural ring here, but I might be able to cut that in. And then also another thing you can do is you can take some out with this. I don't know. I might regret it. You never know. You're messing it up. You're messing it up, right? Yeah. Yeah, I agree. That was messing it up. Hey, it came out all right. Looks like. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. It's not a bad little bird nose. For a flat piece, you know. I mean, that's pretty cool. All right, let's set him down there. We'll just have to glue the foot back on him later on. But that's what I got for the crow. I think that's pretty cool. And don't forget our little ST10 Sofirn light. If I can get that on there. Yeah, this is a pretty cool little light. Clips on you. Has multiple functions. Red light. Turn on your red light, Roxanne. Anyway, whatever. And then this one here. I think that one's two-stage. Yeah, that one's two-stage too. So you got a couple different options there. All right, let me set that off to the side. Make sure I turn it off. But that's the Sofirn ST10, and you can check it out on my link. It's linked in the video. And be sure and click it. If nothing else, it makes these people happy. They get enough clicks. They feel like they sent it to a guy that actually got them a few views here and there, and they're happy. You know, so I appreciate it if some of you go click on that link, check it out anyway. And the price actually for these things is pretty good. I didn't see that one, the ST10, the ST1, was that the ST1 I'll show on a video there for our live stream Friday night. That thing is bright. I mean, it's bright. Does that sound right? Yeah, that sounds right. Okay, let's back out just a little bit. And be sure to hit that like button if you haven't already. Oh, what do we got here? Well, we got Baby Kisses. Give us $2. Thanks, Baby Kisses. We appreciate that. Heck yeah, I don't know. We try. Hey, we got 256 rubies. That's awesome. All right, let's card the welcome sign. Not anything hard. You just follow the sign. And this is yellow pine dry cord. The other piece I have is a piece of poplar. And I gotta think it's probably gonna be fuzzy. If you've seen Suzanne put out a video short today, just covered the fuzz where she was carving something. I don't know what kind of wood it was, but it could have been cottonwood. Cottonwood's real good about the internet too. But this next piece of poplar, it might be pretty fuzzy. And I've carved some cottonwood that was real fuzzy like that too. And I don't know if I didn't look at the description. She might have had it in there. But I don't know. Man, if DeLanne was in here, I'd say, man, DeLanne, but you can't guess what I just did. I'm not using noise canceling, so you couldn't tell. Ha ha. All right. Yeah. That's pretty easy. You got the right bird. Just follow along. Now I gotta tell you though, like my favorite when I'm making chainsaw carvings, my favorite is the chainsaw carved letters. The issue is with these small pieces, that's pretty tough. Because you're making kind of little boxes, and I call it cowboy style. The chainsaw carving style, I call it cowboy style. I don't know, but anyway. Lettering, and it's hard to do when it's this small. But that's my favorite. I'd rather do it with a chainsaw. It's lower care, you know. I mean, they're buying it because they like it. They're not buying it because they, you know, how you make it, you know. But my preference is chainsaw burrs. It's got an old west look to it. It's really cool. I mean, this kind of does too, you know. I mean, because, you know, it's not like I'm, you know, trying to make it neat. I don't make neat stuff. Even if somebody said, hey, I want it to look, you know, so-so. I'm not into neat. I like the country look. You know, the suggestion is like, you know, the animal would be the bear, iron cow, raccoon. The suggestion is that the animal made the sign. And I don't know if y'all notice, but you know, them guys that don't have opposable thumbs, it just don't go as easy for them, you know. There you go. Welcome. It's kind of like hello, only it's a little bit more formal. Here's the piece of popper I was talking about, and I got to take that out and retighten it, get it back in there and retighten it a little bit because it'll pull. Don't forget this thing, Sofirn ST10. I want to tell them that, you know, hey, you guys got your money's worth. I showed this thing off a lot, and it is. This is a really cool little light. Turn the red. Turn on your red light. Apparently, I got stuck on red light. I don't know. Hey, it's even got two tones on the red light. I don't know. Hey, there we go. Okay. Yeah, it's like it's you know, the switch, the way the switch is, it's like two-sided switch, and we'll figure it out. But anyhow, it's a pretty cool little light. Clips on. That's what I like about it. Clip it on your hoodie or whatever. You know, pretty neat. All right. Make this one a little bigger. Zoom out some. A little bigger. It's ironic because the carving isn't any bigger than the other one. Now this is poplar. And this is a piece that's sitting out, not totally, but kinda in the sun. So it's feeling pretty dry. Not more dust than that other piece is giving us. I was kind of expecting that. You know, that it would, that they'd give us a lot more dust. And not like this little guy. Tweet, 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 right? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Appreciate you guys being with us today. We're having a pretty good time. Hey, we're almost up to 200 likes. Not too far off. It would be nice if we hit it. I'll tell you who's a really good artist, but she don't like to show off that stuff too much, and that's Baby Kisses. She's really good. Hey, what's going on, Norm? Glad to see you in there. Got Billy, Susie, Baby Kisses. Michael S., super fan. Hello, buddy. Glad to see you. All right. That looks pretty good. Too bad. Some may say, I don't know why you wouldn't want to do it that way. It looks pretty easy to me. And it is. It's not hard. It's not hard to do this. It just, I like the chainsaw part version of that. If this piece is long enough, I could have done it, probably. But it's a lot more work than this is. So, using a Dremel would do it. It's harder on the wrist. Using a chainsaw to do it is harder on the back and the neck. You know, that's what happens when you're old. You're getting old, you start complaining about all these things hurting. And trust me, I'm there. And then some. Okay, what I do with pointy bird I had earlier that I did not put in here. Hopefully it didn't end up down in my holes there. I'm looking for it. If it did, it did. Ain't nothing I call her. Ain't nothing I can do about it now. And actually, if you look at that, Matt Cars has a pretty cool video about how to clean these burrs out using a torch. Burn all that garbage out of there, you know, clean it up. Hey, LJ, what's going on, buddy? Glad to see you in there. Heck yeah. But anyway, so he's got a pretty cool video about teaches that. You can just use your torch, burn all that wood out of there. It revitalizes the bit, and that thing's getting pretty gummed up. But that said, what I'm wanting to do is, so this will get spray painted black and then sanded. I see all these little lines I got in here. If I hit those lines, then it makes it look like it's all scratched up, and that's what we're going for. You know, going for kind of like a, I don't know what you'd call it. Look, how about that? We're going for I don't know. All right, I know enough to know. I don't know. And actually, if you look at the fuzziness of this poplar, it's going to have to be burnt with the torch before I can even paint. Oh, you hear that? Come loose. Which is pretty common with this thing. That's the only downside of this type of chuck. You can't get it tight enough, like if you're really pulling. And it may be me. Look, it may be me. Maybe I just need to slow down a little bit. No, I'm sorry. Drink some beer. Survey says, drink beer. You got that pulling out? You watch it. You can see it pulling out. Maybe I just need to calm down a little bit, right? if you're wondering why I didn't put them lines on the bottom, because, you know, the bear's holding it, or the cow, this one's the cow, he's holding it like that anyway, so you wouldn't be able to see it. So why bother, you know? But that'll have to be torch burned to take the fuzzies out, and then spray paint it black, fill the holes in that way, and then sand it back off again, and then it'll be colored in pretty nice. So we got that one, we got this one, same thing, although yeah, it'll be the same. But anyhow, and then I got this broken foot. I have to glue that back on there, but he looks good. I mean, he definitely looks good, and you could probably get him stout enough to get the glue on there stout enough that he would probably stand on his own anyway, I would say. You know, it'd be pretty cool. So what time is it? What do we got? We haven't been on here quite an hour. 9:58. Let's take this piece of bark and turn it into something. How's that sound? You guys good with that? Everybody good with me taking this bark here, or would you rather me quit? Hey Tim, what's going on? Glad to see you in there, buddy. I don't know. You guys tell me. Cart, make something in the bark or quit. Yeah. Baby Kissa says yes. So is that quit? Yes, quit. Is that what you mean? Hey guys, don't forget the Sofirn light here. The Sofirn ST10. Pretty cool light, clip-on light. And I think they ought to be happy with this live stream. We got to show this thing off quite a bit. Pretty cool piece. I like it. Anyway, it's pretty cool. All right, what do we got here? Typing on the phone. Let's see. Keep going. I got you, baby kisses. All right. We'll make something out of this then. Let me change this bird back out. I don't know what. Maybe we'll make a face. I don't know. I had a bunch of those, and somebody who will remain nameless needed some help. They needed some little faces, and I was like, hey, I needed some carvings, and I'm like, I can help you with that. So I could use some more of these, I guess. Let's clean this up. Okay, what do you guys think? I'm thinking that, we'll carve Barbara Wall. How's that sound? You guys like to see me carve Barbara Wall? I have to get a picture of her. I haven't seen her in a long time. I'm not even sure she's alive. I don't think so. I know she's been around forever. With some of the ideas that they have in the training. Trying to take this quick layer on. I wonder. Yeah, let's just do the top. This piece right here. We'll put a face right in here. Cut that out. Square. Put that off first. Square it off a little bit. Trying to get down into the hard layer where it won't tip off so much. It looks like it has a big split in it right there. I don't know. I'm seeing a fish. You guys see it? There's the tail. Right there's the fish. You guys see the fish? You guys see the fish? Before I even start, do you see the fish? I see the fish. Okay, let's make the fish. Somebody asked what kind of fish it is. Tell them it's a blowfish. I just know I see a fish. This is going to be little mouth billy bass. All right, little mouth billy bass. Got so much of it that I screwed it up and I'm not happy with it. Not that big a deal. I actually found another down cottonwood that I can get some bars off of. Okay, let's go pick this one. We can always call it a wingless bass, you know. What do you guys think? Wingless bass? See, this here would be the fin. There's a split in there. Just work around that. Piece of wood wanted to be a trout, and I decided to make it a bass, and it's not happening. Does that make any sense? So the fin's there, you can see it, kind of like dig it down a little deeper, like right in here. Side of it is sweet, you know, it's chippy and makes me happy to, you know. The upside is so fun to work. Super easy. So we got a body shape, general body shape. I suppose you could also say it's a carp, couldn't you? I don't know. All right, let me change this one out. Go to something pointy. like the cone. We'll go with the cone. The cone is pointy.
Be a lot quieter, you know, then, because I was irritated. What I found is, getting to share that, just that I'm irritated, you guys kind of help me calm down.
Mine a good position.
Chainsaw burns fast today. So then I got home from work, went back to work. That's another thing I tell these other guys. They don't get it. You know, they're worried about, oh, you know, I want to do this and do that. I'm like, dude, you're broke. You're broke as a joke. What do you do about it? Well, I'll tell you what I do about it. I go to work every day. You know? Makes you less broke as a joke. Now I've been telling everybody I work 2 jobs. You know, when I get home, I go to my home business. You know? I never wanted the business, never had no interest in that. Easier just to work for somebody else, you know. But then, you know, realizing I can make art and sell it came along. And if I thought I could make it on making art and selling it, I would do it.
if the people you're selling stuff to don't like it, don't like what you got to say, or
whatever, you know, they can always turn the channel, go find another carver, right? Like Ford DeLand, he, you know, you can't sell them garbage because they park too much. You know, people don't want to deal with that. They park too much over there. It scares the customers away, you know. I feel bad for them.
I hope he shows up and hears some of this. Hey, Mike, what's going on? We caught a little bit of your live there earlier. What's going on, buddy? Heck yeah.
Okay, let's see. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to use to kind of polish.
And actually, I think I'm going to go to this one, which I never have fixed, by the way. I never have got the piece and fixed the end of it. But it still works. It just don't have that one.
Okay, where is my...
Well, I might use this if I can find the chuck. Oh, there it is. I see it. Yeah. All right. Hey, DeLand, that was for you if you're around. I doubt he's around, though, but just in case he was. Uh-oh, somebody give us a... Look at that. Heck yeah. Well, I don't even know what that is, but it's cute. Some kind of drink or potion. Plus potion, yeah. Heck yeah, appreciate that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Who'd that come from? Perry. Heck yeah, Perry, the carving wizard. He's a multi-talented guy there, Perry. Perry can Dremel carve. Perry can knife carve. He can chisel carve. Survey says, drink beer. Okay, all right, let's sand that off a little bit. And this is on the dial. And I've had it almost a year. Hey, what do we get now? Somebody give us 20 bucks, Mike. Heck, that's awesome, Mike. We sure appreciate that.
Yeah, be sure to check him out. Mike's a big fan. He's a good dude, awesome member of the channel. Very funny fellow. Good dude. He's drinking beer on his live. I'm drinking beer on my live.
Let's not go back to. Hey, what do we got here? A piece of pie? Heck yeah, Perry.
That looks good. I mean, if it's pumpkin pie, I probably wouldn't eat it, but it looks cool. I appreciate that, buddy.
Heck yeah. That's awesome, awesome. Man, you guys are awesome, awesome. Michael, give us some golden turds. How about that? We'll take it. Heck yeah. Listen to that buzz.
All right, let's give this guy some detail.
zoomed in pretty good? Maybe, maybe not. Kind of odd, you know, because it's got that drag in it. Go with it. Alright. Let me give you some. So this one kind of needs dug out details a little more. All silver detail. I need to get some finer burrs for this little stuff. That little needs to be fine. You see that the way I had it? Not really. Yeah, I guess you could. Yeah, not too bad. I'll tell you what, never tell anybody take up chainsaw work. And I'll tell you why. It's dangerous. But if you ever thought you want a Dremel starter, I never thought in a million years I would try this. I'll chainsaw work again. I gotta tell you, I like this. I really like it. Pretty relaxing. I'll tell you what else is pretty relaxing. When you know you got a big group of supporters keep watching you. That's relaxing. You think that'd make you nervous. Not me. Over again. Let's like care about this. I mean, glad to have supporters. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that. It don't make me nervous. And I mean, the irony is I don't know what I'm doing. So you should be nervous when you don't know what you're doing. Correct? I think. I think the scaling, it's a little small in scale. I don't know. I got him on there good? Yeah, yeah. I guess that's all I see fish in there. You know, I've done a lot of fish, so it kind of makes sense that, you know, to me that that's what I would see, you know, and that the way that shape was coming out. Heck yeah, I appreciate that. I really appreciate that, Mike, man. That was really awesome, Mike. Heck yeah. All right, let's see. Which eye burr do I want to use? Probably better go with the little eye. I think this would be, actually, that would make a good case for the other eye. So let's use this one and we'll follow it up with the other one. Kind of like what we did on the crow. A little line there. Yeah, actually you see what that looks like before we put the other one in. When we put the other one in, it'll make more sense. I was wondering, I was looking at my burrs and my little burr thing I made, you know, to hold the KUTZALL, mainly KUTZALL, and there's a few other pieces in there too. And there was one hole that was missing other than the one that I had, but it was that piece there fell out. Started to get nervous and it might have got down in my hole. Yeah, there we go. See how that gives it kind of a forward look to it, you know? I mean, that looks pretty good. So I was considering little scales. I don't know. Let's do a little experiment. Yeah, it's not bad. You can't hardly see it unless I zoom in. That's how I'm scaling the chainsaw burring. Now it's the math I like better. Ironically, I put the scales in it, and then bass have a little pattern that a camouflage pattern that's in the scale coloring, but I like to carve it in. So I'll scratch up some of the scale work. I'll show you what I'm talking about. And this is not like this is going to be painted. Oh yeah, that looks fantastic. I like that. Fancy stuff. Fancy, Uncle Joe. See that all right the way it is? Oh yeah. This is faster today. It took me a half hour to scale it. This is a 2-foot piece. Turn that back off, change that bit out. I mean, that looks pretty good. I think that looks pretty good. What do you think? Pretty cool. All right. So, now we're going to mess it up. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It gives it that little camouflage that a largemouth bass has. It's like straight lines going across it. And I'm going to put that, back to this pointy one and do it with it. But I think that piece looks pretty good, man. I mean, not bad, not bad at all. Man, we got 1,400 rubies. That's awesome. Really cool. Heck yeah. And the baby kisses, and Mike be giving me money. Mike give me 20 bucks, man. That's amazing. The highest I've had was I was chainsaw carving something out there. I don't even remember what it was. And some guy that, you know, us in the tribe, we didn't even know who he was. Hey, what's going on, Miss Francis? Hello. Somebody that wasn't in the tribe, somebody we didn't even know, gave me 50 bucks. And I was like, you know, wow, I couldn't believe it. You know, all I'm doing is doing what I would have been doing anyway. Let's look. It didn't make him look that bad. Let's see. Yeah, it didn't make him look that bad. But you can see that bass line in it, you know. And I suppose if I burn it, which I don't think I have, I do have a torch in here, but I don't have any fire. The light is ignited. It's in the shanty. All right, let's zoom out from there. Pretty nice piece. Kind of cool looking bass, you know. Hey, what do we get here, Mike? Man, you're gonna go broke, man. Give me. Oh, he didn't really give me $100. Okay, then I win. Dude, come on. I know that's Monopoly money. Y'all be sure to hit a like there. I don't know if this guy's serious or not. It might be $100 in Indian money. Man, Mike, did you drink too much tonight? Cheers, buddy. Oh, hey, if that's really $100, man, I'm gonna send you something. I can tell you that. That's pretty awesome. Heck yeah. Hey, so here we go, guys. Sofirn. Let's celebrate that with Mike, man. $120. He's gonna go broke. Man, that's crazy. Hey, anyway, here's what we got. ST10. Sofirn light. Get you one of these. Check it out. At least click my link. Check it out. Makes them happy. They feel like they got their money's worth for sending me this. You know what I mean? Hey, look at that. 3 stages. And I don't even know how the red light works, but I know this one works. Heck yeah. Can y'all believe that, Mike? $100. Man, that's got to be Monopoly money. I don't know. Hey, that's got 3 stages too. Heck, I did not know. Heck yeah, that's pretty cool. Really cool, Mike. That's awesome, awesome. Hey, is John in there? I didn't see him. Hey, I appreciate that, Mike. That's really awesome. Hey, we love you too, brother. Let's see, let's turn that off. And hey, so we'll have that. But be sure and check out the Sofirn ST10. I got to put out a short about this tomorrow too. It'll be a short, I promise. Short. But click it, like it, help me out so they feel like I got something out of it for giving me this cute little light. It is cute. You know, this thing is cool. It's the only thing I got to figure out is how does the red light work? Okay, I figured it out. So for the red light, you got to hit it more to this side. And is it 2-stage too? Let's find out. Yeah, it got brighter too. So apparently that's, yeah, I don't know. It looks like that red light might be three stages even. Now I can't figure out how to turn the thing off. That's pretty cool. I keep turning it on. Okay. That's all I know is that's really cool. That's a really cool light. It's got the red light's got 3 stages. This light's got 3 stages where you clip it on your chest, and then that one there, if you're just going to use it as a lamp to light the way. And that's small, super compact little piece there. And they were pretty cheap. When I looked them up, clicked the link, it was a pretty nice price for this, you know, for what you can do for it. Especially a deer hunter, mechanic, somebody like that, you know, that would come in real handy. All right, guys, let's do a review. I don't want Mike to give me more money to get broke, you know what I'm saying? But hey, I'll drink one with you, bud. We got this guy. He's cute. I think we might just have to box that up and send that to somebody. And we got this guy. He needs his foot glued back on and painted black. I didn't do this like the sides or any of that, but and I don't know if I'll paint him or not. You know, I mean, I'd say I will though. I mean, I think he'd look better if I did paint him. And then of course we got our welcome signs. So we stayed pretty busy. We'll zoom out. We stayed pretty busy with them. Hey, Michael, appreciate that. Thumbs up. Heck yeah. So anyway, that's what we got. Welcome signs. Now, one more thing. We'll go over here and we'll check out these Brutus and the bear. They're chilling together. All right, guys. Heck yeah. Brutus and the bear, they're out here chilling together. Let's go over and check them out. This is Olaf the bear, you know. And Mike, you'll like Olaf, man. He's having a beer. Brutus is giving us the finger. It's a good finger. It's one pointing up to the Lord. How about that? Nothing wrong with that. But it's supposed to mean number 1. Here, let's give him a bottle. It's a little more manly. There he goes. That does look better. Him with the bottle. I don't like these anyway. These are always like stale. I don't know. They just don't taste. They just don't taste right. But anyway, he does look happy, doesn't he? Brutus, he's gonna get. We're gonna start painting on this guy this weekend. See how it goes. But that's what I got. Let's see. Dancing guy, dancing bear. These guys ain't dancing. They're trying to escape. You know, they haven't moved since last week, have they? These guys are having a good time. All right, guys, that's what I got. I'm going to catch you guys on Sunday evening. I'll have a short coming out tomorrow, but I'll catch you guys on Sunday evening. We'll be chainsaw carving something. And guys, be sure and go over and like every video that Mike has. Make sure you do it. That's pretty awesome. He's got $120 less, and on top of that, I think he's probably spent a lot of money on beer tonight too. Heck yeah, Mike, we sure appreciate that. Sure appreciate it, baby kisses. And everybody else that gave us the rubies, that's pretty cool stuff. The thumbs up, the pie, Perry and Michael. I know you guys sent some of that stuff. It's awesome, awesome. But yeah, you got it right, my man. Hey, Norm, appreciate that. All right, guys, we're going to catch y'all Sunday night. We will see you. Come back when you can stay later, you schmucks.